Hey guys, today I'll show you a couple of ways how to manipulate your Floortom sound without any muffling or tuning. A little side note to Floortom Hacks in general. Stuff like putting cotton balls inside your drum or taping some fabric directly to the inside of your shell works beautifully for certain things. But it's not very flexible and you can't just undo it. So I also excluded everything that requires removing a drumhead. Here's what's left. If you do a lot of gigs in different venues, you probably noticed that sometimes your floor tom just sounds awful because it won't resonate. And this is usually not a floor tom issue, this is a floor issue. And there is not much you can do about it besides setting up on the other end of the room or something like that. This is why most of my colleagues and I are using a different set of floor tom feet. So if you want to or need to get more sustain out of your floor tom, this is probably the best option for you. The stock feet on my Yamaha Club Custom floor tom here are pretty hard. The Pearl air suspension rubber feet are way softer and they're built to isolate your drum from the floor. And it actually works. Let's do a little A/B comparison. Now if you want to save some money and don't care about the looks, just build a DIY version of these things. A little bit of gaff tape, a little bit of foam, should do the trick. Now what about less sustain? Sometimes you have a beautiful sounding floor tom, but it's just too long. For some reason you don't want to muffle it. Well, we already learned how a nice soft rubber foot affects the sustain of a floor tom. So in theory, just by reversing one of our floor tom legs, we should get significantly less sustain out of a drum. Let's try it. If you want to get even less sustain, reverse more legs. Problem solved. This is something I never tried before because it's usually done to kick drums. Spoiler! So I filled some bags with sand to make them heavy and we will attach those to our floor tom. And in theory, the sustain should get shorter and shorter and shorter the more weight we put on the drum. Let's try it. Yes, these pearl rubber feet are way overpriced. But they're a nice accessory to have and they actually work. The other two hacks also work. They make the sustain shorter, not longer. They're way cheaper, but only if you have sand and bags. And they look pretty ugly. As always, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe for more drum hacks. Bye!